master. While I keep your legs moving.
True indeed with you, Holy Circle Gaming. Thank you for rocking with your boy like always. Definitely a privilege and an honor to do as such. Y'all see we'll be into back at it, Marvel Puzzle Quest, continuing the series. Got a little bit to do today, so we're gonna hop right into it. First and foremost, as y'all well know, that the time season is over with, so there's no more time season. So right now we are currently in between time. In the meantime, we got other things that we have to attend to. You have the Hulk series as far as like the story mode is concerned. That's banging away right now. If you are playing this particular story mode, few things that you are definitely chasing for. One of the things that's kind of maybe important is going to be that Nick Fury. If you have that Nick Fury card, this may be of real importance to chase after. If not, more importantly than that, maybe some of these Thor 3 stars would be a good look as well. Both cards are definitely real beneficial, so if you wasn't banging away on that particular story mode, definitely recommend you do as such, because it's definitely one that's maybe worthwhile to maybe make a push at. If you get towards the high end of things, there's a Moonstone if you're playing towards in the level 7 ranking. If you're in the lower rankings, the breakdown's a little bit more accordingly to your level ranking, of course. But that's a good story mode. If you haven't been banging away on that Hulk story mode, it's definitely a good one. Just to give you a preview of what's upcoming next. Next up on the story mode is going to be, I think this one's the Juggernaut one. For me, what you're chasing for, if I'm level 7 right now, what I'm chasing for, I could get a Thor, a 3-star Thor, a couple of those, and maybe a good look. If I get high enough, maybe go ahead and bang away for that Nick Fury, which I'm pretty sure I should go ahead and do that. But a good look at that Spider-Gwen may be something that I may need to chase after. Depends upon what the upgradable characters are. The problem that I have in the Hulk story mode is that the upgradable characters I didn't have, but in this one I have I have 2 of the 3 that you need, and I can actually add the 3rd one if necessary, as far as like the Thor. So it actually may be super beneficial for me to go ahead and do what I'm considering doing, and adding another 3-star and bang, that 3-star Thor and bang away for that. As far as like versus mode is concerned, Best Friends Forever is what's up right now. Some of the upgraded characters that you're able to chase for, upgraded characters that you're able to play with, notable Kate Bishop, Kingpin, that 4-star Luke Cage, Miles Morales, amongst others. There's a lot of good cards in here. If you have this particular setup, it doesn't really benefit me per se. And here's the one notable thing. This is the first time I've seen Howard the Duck powered up in a long time. It's a rarity when you see the Howard the Duck card powered up. I had to get off that Howard the Duck because I didn't really get any pulls in regards to him. But if you definitely have that, have some of those cards, it's definitely maybe worthwhile to get into this particular versus mode and get some upgraded points. As well. It's not going to benefit you as far as like the monthly is concerned, but it's definitely some good cards to chase after. There's the Iron Fist in there if you could get, if you're ranked level 7. Let me show you something on this one. I'm going to drop down a couple of levels, maybe like down to like level 3. Just to let y'all know what you're kind of chasing for at level 3 and level 4. There's a lot of good cards in there. There's a lot of good rocks that maybe getting the 3-star to definitely help your team. Because there's some good cards in here that could definitely help. More importantly, the reason why I want to show you this is because you do have a lot of chance to get hero points, and when you're building your team early on, those hero points are going to be really essential in order to expanding your slots out in order to make sure you have enough room to add characters in. So definitely want to kind of show that as well. But I'm currently going to be ranked 7. I'm not going to play any lower tiers, but chasing after some of those is going to be good. And I may have to chase all the way up to like that 900 slot, because I could definitely use that Cyclops upgrade too. So there's a couple things I could chase for in that. So I may give that some look. It just doesn't like, it's not really conducive to my team right now, the way it's comprised, but I may give it some run just the same. My squad, the way that it's set up currently, nothing overly special as far as like changes is concerned. Everything kind of remained the same. The only thing that I added on the bottom end of things, I did add that X-Force Wolverine 4-star What I took out, what did I take out? I took out a 3-star. I took out that Captain Marvel 2-star is what I took out to make room for it. Slowly, I'm transitioning off of my 2-stars to make room for my 3s and 4-stars. I mean, that's just the way my squad is going. I'm definitely going to keep some 2-stars on deck at all times. Most notably, I will keep Storm. I probably won't sit on the 2-star Thor too much longer because I think I'm going to go ahead and rock with that 3-star Thor. Maybe I'm still thinking about it. Magneto, maybe another card I got to consider. We'll see. Maybe once Thor maxes out, I may get off of Thor. Until then, maybe not. Wolverine, of course, maybe. I'm still kind of halfway through maxing out, so I may want to kind of like grind for some covers to kind of upkick that. So that's what I'm looking at there. As far as like my 3-stars is concerned, y'all kind of see what I'm working with 3-star wise. Nothing's changed too much, but I am going to add that Thor in order to make a run at that story mode. I may have to add some room. I'm like I think I'm like 5 coins light or whatever in order to get another slot. So I definitely need another slot. Yeah, I'm like 5 coins light. So I'm gonna definitely make sure I get a slot in for sure. Here's some of what I have in a hole. These 1-stars I'm gonna definitely sell immediately. I've been banging away. When I was doing my versus mode earlier, that's when I got those. The 2-star Hawkeye I'm definitely not gonna use. I'm just not gonna make room for any more 2-stars at this juncture. The 3-stars is definitely something worth looking at. The 3-stars, like I said, I have a couple of Thors that I could look at. 2 of those. I have some Iron Mans that I could pop into play as well. But those Thors is what I'm looking at first. I'm going to definitely have to make a run to get those Thors first and foremost. And then go from there. So once I get those Thors situated, then I'll put those in. After that, then I'll go ahead and figure out what I want to do. I don't have any 4-stars and I don't have any 5 sitting currently. So everything's kind of real stat quo. By selling off that championed out 2-star Captain Marvel, though, I did get about 65,000 as far as like coins is concerned, which is definitely going to pay some dividends. I'm gonna definitely need to add some upgrades to my squad. I'm holding out until I can get enough coins in order to enough ISO 8s in order to make that happen. So we got a lot to pull too. So I definitely want to get into this pull real fast. There's a lot that we got to pull. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of fire away at that. I have 7 in the old school Taco Vault. I have 1 in the new school Taco Vault. I'll go over numbers of that in a second. 3 in a Hulk. I'll go over numbers on those as well. Earth Mightiest, I have 1 that was overstocked from what I was playing earlier. I also have 8 in the Heroic, 6 in the Elite, 23 in the Standard. So that's a lot of cards we have to pull. So let's go ahead and get smooth into it. So I do apologize. I was kind of like laying low for a little bit as far as like getting some videos up and whatnot. Not for anything else. I'm kind of kicking around some editing things right now. Taking care of some things around the house and household like always. So, you know, like I said, always house stuff takes precedence over everything else. That's always the way I've been rocking. So that's how I've been banging away. But definitely going to be more consistent as far as like getting some videos up to you. Having a couple ideas. I'm working on some other games that I'm kind of banging away on as well. So if you like puzzle games, I maybe incorporate another puzzle game sometime down the line. I'm thinking about maybe doing another version of a match 3 puzzle game. I'll let you know which one it is as we go along. I am going to do my compilation. I'm still editing for my compilation of, you know, different versions of puzzle games and which ones work, which ones don't. The ones I kind of like and maybe some that I didn't like over time, but I may start it off with. I'm working on something like that as well. So a lot of things I'm banging away with as far as like what I'm working on. I hope everything out there is going well with you. How has your Marvel Puzzle Quest been going? I've been hearing on the boards that everything's been going pretty okay. I know it's been kind of a grind to upgrade. Pulls have not been nearly as fluid as you're well seeing right now. You're seeing I'm getting a bunch of 1-stars and 2-stars out of my standard, so that's been kind of the norm. There hasn't been no upgrade and push. I haven't seen nobody with no super fire puzzle cover pulls as of late. So that's one of those things I've been kind of watching. I've been watching other people to see, has anybody gotten any fire cover pulls. Even my squad. Yeah, I got my squad who plays. Shout out to my boy Boom Boom Shot Put, Raccoon HD, amongst others, who've been banging away playing this as well. Shout out to them. They represent the circle, of course. They haven't been getting any fire pulls either. So as I know, at least I know it's not just me. It's hard to get fire pulls out of these covers. It's been really tough. So anytime you get a couple of good pulls, be thankful. If you can get some free rocks at some 3 stars and 4 stars, you definitely want to upgrade and do that as well, and kind of maximize those as best you can. So that's what I've been doing personally, trying to maximize, make room for as much as I can, and going from there. So the standard pulls has not been friendly, kind of stat quo. But dog, that was not a clean run through those standard pulls. A couple of 2s, a bunch of 1s, pretty typical. No 3s though. That's kind of odd. Normally with that many, you at least get 1 3-star out of the mix. No 3 stars. It's kind of like crazy, but it happens. 2 stars here. 2-star, 3-star chances with the elites. Hopefully out of one of these we'll get a 3-star. But it doesn't look like it, man. It doesn't look like it. Let's go. Let's get a 3. Nope, no 3 yet. That's another storm right there. Get a 3-star. Let's get a 3. Wow. Not 1 3-star. Everything has been like bottom ending again. This is what happened to me last time that I pulled. That's why I kind of waited a little bit. Bottom end again. 2-star. Come on, at least give me 1 3, please. Jeez, give me 1. Nope. Got a Thor there. Dog, nothing. No, nothing. Everything bottom end 2 stars. Now on this one, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. Hopefully we get a better chance on this one. 2-star here. Another Thor. I think with the Thors that we pulled, I think that's going to actually help him max out. So something to consider. Another 2-star. Man, these 2 stars are just jumping out of shoes and socks right now. Come on. Give me a 3. Nope. Another 2-star there. Jeez. 5 more. Come on. Give me a 2. A 3. Another 2. Hawkeye. Come on. 4 more. Give me a 3. A 4 works out even better, though. We'll take a 4. Yeah, we'll take a 4. Okay. We'll definitely take a 4. I was happy with a 3-star. At this juncture, a 4 star is even all the better. We'll definitely take that. Another 2-star. Jeez. Will y'all stop bottom ending everything? Come on. Give me another 3. 2-star. Wow. Well, at least we got a 4-star out of it. I'm not going to even front. 4 stars, cool. 3-star to end it off. Okay, I'm cool. That's kind of how I like those. How I like those heroics to go for me. Rocket and Groot. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like how that kind of like worked out for us. Definitely pretty good there. We have 1 in the Earth's Mightiest, which is basically like a heroic, in essence, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. I don't know the number breakdown, so I apologize. If y'all had a chance to see it, definitely let me know. It's a 2-star, doesn't matter. Aries is what we're going to pull out of. That's a bunch of Aries we pulled in this particular session too. Hulk will go over in a minute. The new school taco vault will go over in a minute as well. Let's get these old school taco vaults out the way, because we have 7 of them. I just didn't pull out of this taco vault. Not for anything else. I was kind of waiting and see if we get anything fire, and it doesn't look like we are. I think we're going to get a bunch of ISO 8, but hopefully we get some covers out of it. Sometimes if you go post and go into here, sometimes you get a chance to get something pretty fire, but sometimes they don't reward you for pulling them. And I should have pulled them a day ago when they were actually like towards the tail end. I think I would have maybe been rewarded for getting some better cover pulls out of the taco vault, but we'll see. Okay. Beast, we could use that. I think we could use that. At least we got something on the top end. A 3-star definitely helps. We're not getting dinged for pulling them late, at least. Some more ISO 8, okay. At least we got a beast out the ordeal. Not bad, not bad. Three more out of the taco vault. This is the old school last week's taco vault that I'm pulling from. Hopefully we get something a little bit better. 2-star Dakin, that's not really great. I'm almost be better off getting ISO 8 as opposed to the 2 stars, to be honest with you. Because I'm not going to use the 2 stars unless it's like Thor or Magneto or somebody. Let's see what we got. Some more ISO 8. Like I said, at this juncture, ISO 8 is better than the 2 stars. So, because at least with the ISO 8, I get 1,000 of those or 500 of those. As opposed to pulling a 2-star card, which is only good for 250. So at this juncture, that's the way that I see it now. So my thoughts kind of changed. Like pulling these 2 stars is basically like pulling 250 ISO 8 as opposed to like 500 or 1,000 ISO 8. So let's get a 3-star, maybe a 4. If we get a late in 4-star, that'd be super fire. But coins work too. Coins work too. I'll take the coins. The coins work too. Definitely like that. 845 coins. Oh yeah, that'll definitely work. Needed that. New school taco vault. Let's take a look at it real fast and see. You see that 4-star Thor. You see that 4-star Spider-Gwen. Like always, you got that legendary coin. I have pulled that not too long ago. That was pretty fire. What do you have jumping off in here? You have Scarlet Witch that you could pull from, Quicksilver that you could pull from, Vision, Doctor Strange, Black Panther. I almost drew a blank, family. I'm sorry. What else? A couple of shots at Spider-Man, a couple of shots at Punisher. Blades in there. I actually get another shot at Black Panther. So you actually get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots at Black Panther, 5 at everything else. So definitely pretty solid in that particular taco vault. I ain't gonna front. Let's see what we got there. And we got like 3 in the Hulk. And so let's go ahead and pull these 3 real fast. And the Hulk. Oh, I didn't go over it. I'm sorry. We'll go over the numbers after we pull. My fault. I forgot to go over those. That's a 2-star. That's definitely a 2-star Captain Marvel. Let me go over this real fast. What you have in here, you have a Moon Knight that you're able to get, Mr. Fantastic that you're able to get as far as like 4 stars is concerned. The other 4 stars, that's Sam Wilson 4-star. Bunch of 3s in there. I think the most likely 3 is going to be Vision. Everything else is going to be your standard a shot at a bunch, like a single shot at a bunch of 3s. You got the legendary token, so it's like a 40-60 chance to get top end. As y'all well see, it's no coins, no ISO, no health packs. Everything's official. So anything on the top end is going to help for us. That's another Captain Marvel back to back. Jeez. Give me 1 on the top end for the Hulk, please. Please give me 1 on the top end for Hulk. 1. Give me 1 on the top end for Hulk. Yeah, we gotta look at that one too, man. Cause I got 4 of those. I'm gonna have to make room for that Iron Man. Cause I have enough of those where I have to think about it now. Yeah, cause I have 1, 2. Man, I think I have like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 of them. I have to take a look at that and see. I have to take a look and see if I could actually weave somebody out to make room for it. Cause that's enough to maybe think about it. Anytime you have a bunch of covers that you have to kind of consider in the mix, you definitely need to. That's how I go about mine. I always consider if I have like at least 3 to 4 covers, I can move it up pretty fast. So I may have to consider that Iron Man 40. I wasn't really thinking about it at first, but I think I need Thor first. That 3-star Thor to work first, and then go into there and change out. So I think that's what my thinking is, but we'll see. We'll see as we go along. Let's do a little bit of this. Let's go ahead and look at what we need to upgrade. First off, I can actually max out. I think I could champion out Rocket and Groot currently. I'm going to think about that. I'm not going to do it just yet, but I'm going to think about that because I don't think I have an additional cover to make it worth the while to champion out just yet. but I'll think about it. But at least it's at the point where it can champion for sure, so it's ready to go. Thor. With the 2 covers of Thor, I think what I could do here is get some hero points for 1, which we definitely some hero points for 1 that we needed for some coins. And so he's actually maxed out as well. So there's nothing more I could do with Thor except for kind of rock with him for a little bit, in which I probably will until I figure out what I want to do with this 3-star Thor, and because the 3-star and the 2-star basically do the same thing. So we'll see as we go along, but at least at this juncture it's champion out. Magneto, nothing upgradable for Magneto except for I can get him closer to being championed, I believe. Same thing with Human Torch. Pretty close with Spider-Man. Magneto, I did get a couple of cards out of Magneto, I think. Yes, at least one. Yeah, I got one. The next one gives me a classic Magneto, so I definitely want to try to pull for one of those for sure. What else? Hood, I could upgrade. I believe. Though Ragnarok I could definitely upgrade as far as like ISO 8 is concerned. Wolverine I could upgrade as well as far as ISO 8 is concerned. Look how much ISO 8 a lot of my characters need. I need a lot of ISO 8 help. That's why I've been like real judicious about upgrading characters. Now I'm kind of picking and choosing which ones to do. Combined Forces are definitely a good pull. Combined Forces for me now does 23 damage. That's a lot of damage. So I'm gonna have to give that some run. At least gotta think about it. That 4-star Cyclops, it definitely is a good look. I don't know if I like it above the 3-star, but that does a lot of volume damage. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade it right now. That I will upgrade because it's not gonna cost me. It cost me about 10k to do it, so it's not a crazy proposition there. And then the mutagenic breakthrough, this was only gonna cost me 3k, so that's not horrible. 6 covers there. I'm not really sold on Beast, to be honest with you, but I may rock with them. I may here's the thing, I may sub Beast completely out and go ahead and put that 3-star Thor in there. I'm thinking about it because I'm not completely sold on Beast, to be honest with you. I mean, the animal inside does 508 to all enemies. Then it does 68 damage to like all the tiles. I mean, it's okay. I mean, because basically for team damage, it basically does about 1,000 team damage. The mutagenic breakthrough, I mean, it's cool. Not crazy. It's not crazy fresh, but they do have to work in tandem with each other. Medical Marvel, burst of health to all the allies, which is not horrible. It's not horrible, but I don't know how fresh that really is. I may change that out at some point. But there's some other ones, but I have to really consider a couple of things. I have to consider putting those 3-star Thors into the mix. I have to consider if I'm gonna really utilize Beast in that way. I don't know if I am or not. I'm not really 100%, like completely jiggy on that at all. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. The 3 stars, like I said, I really got to consider that Iron Man in a day or so. That Thor. For the story mode, if I start that tomorrow, I gotta put those Thors in there for sure. And then what do I have? 4-star? No 4 stars, because the 4-star we pulled was that Cyclops. So, and I have that Hulk. I mean, I have Hulk. I have 2 Hulk cards sitting in there. Got a couple of Vision cards sitting in there. The Hulk, I don't believe I could do anything with. I don't think I could do anything with this particular Hulk. I can't upgrade him enough to utilize those covers. So I definitely need to pull 1, maybe 2 covers out of that mix to make that worth the while. So that's kind of where we are. Oh, I get some more ISO 8 action. We're going to be rank 35 now. So we just definitely moved up from rank 34 to rank 35. That definitely helps. We get a heroic pull out of here too. So hopefully we get some fire out of this. 2-star there, 2-star. Oh yeah, Magneto. That works. That actually works out even better. Okay, wait a minute. So hold on, we get that Magneto here too. So that 2-star Magneto upgrades. which allows me to upgrade this 3-star Magneto. So he's ready to be championed out too. Man, decisions. Now I kind of, here's the thing on how I like this. I like this Magneto a lot more. Now I know Chlorophyll Field is not the right one. Magnetized projectiles is definitely the right one you want to upgrade for sure. And for that alone, it may be worth it because I definitely need to flip those around. You should definitely go 3-3-5. When you're playing Magneto for sure, because that magnetized projectiles to able to do 364 swap damage. Actually, it upgrades. That's a lot of swap damage, and I can utilize that with a couple of different cards. Oh, that's more tempting than not because it is 60,000. So I gotta consider that into the mix as well as far as like decisions. Rocket and Groot. Decision there too, when to champion him out. Human Torch, another decision making card because I need about 8,000. I need like 80,000 to upgrade like Human Torch to max him out. Because the Fireball, I mean, I like Fireball to be able to do that type damage. Fireball, once it's upgraded, I believe it does somewhere to the vicinity of like 4K worth of damage. It's really kind of like crazy. Once you get that cooking, so I would actually go Flame Jet Fireball like 5-5-3, like I'll go 5-5-3 or 5-4-4. I'll probably go 5-3-5 or 5-4-4 depending, because I like both of them. I like Flame Jet. Flame Jet is a super fire ability when it's maxed out because it's basically for 5 greens. A lot of things that you could do when you're in regards to 3 stars. Let me do a little something for my rookies as far as like gameplay is concerned. Maybe I'll do it on one of these. Maybe I'll do it on one of these just cause I'm not gonna really do this story mode per se, but I may just kind of show you. I just want to show you something real fast as far as like gameplay is concerned. So let me do this. Let's go with Friday. Let's do this. In case I decide to get into it at a later point in time, let's go with this. What I want to talk about super duper fast is this. When I have a few people who are like, I have a few newcomers who's been watching the channel and whatnot and trying to figure out what to do as far as like builds is concerned. And this is like a 2-star. Oh, this is crazy. This is only 2 stars. Like 1-to-1. Here's what I can't really show you on this one. I thought this was going to be a 3-player setup, so this is only a 2-player setup. So here's what I'll do. What I'm going to do, and I may show you on a later one. I have a few people who's kind of figuring out what to do with this card here. This is Cyclops. Now this is the 3-star Cyclops Uncanny X-Men. I'll let you know how my build is. 3 solid abilities. So with the Cyclops, it's 3 solid abilities with that particular Cyclops. Optic Blast, Mutant Recovery, Full Blast. I personally go 3-3-5. I've seen people go 5-3-5 or some sort of combination. The most important one of the mix will probably be Full Blast because that's where you could be able to do your max damage. You know, 57 for me is almost like, you know, 5,700 worth of damage off top, and if there's enough reds on the board, you get another 2k. So that's basically like 8,000 damage. That's a lot of damage. That would take down most of any character mid-grade or below. Some top end characters, it may take 2 hits to knock them out, but basically for 13 black gems, you gotta roll with that one. That's a no-brainer there. Now I normally go with Mutant Revolutionary, and not for anything else because it does twofold for me. 1, it gives me the reds that I need to make sure Full Blast works. 2, this Mutant Recovery does work with Optic Blast if I actually need to go with it, but I don't have another character that utilizes red. But more importantly, if I do have a character that utilizes red, it actually benefits it as well. I normally pair this particular card with this particular card, She-Hulk, and the reason why is because if I'm able to generate red The She-Hulk, and I have that one championed out as well, does team damage. So that to be able to do 16, to be able to do basically 2,000 team damage, and to be able to shake the board up, that's one thing. The other thing that I like about that, because those two work in conjunction with each other, is that, you know, with the mutant recovery, even though it's random, because there's 8 of them and it's based upon where the team AP is placed, you could kind of semi-strategically play, piece that together as well and say, what's the likelihood that the red gems are going to hit where these particular team-up tiles are. So that's the reason why I go with that particular setup. So that's how I personally utilize it. The other card I utilize with it in the mix, just to let y'all know, would be Captain Marvel. I do use Captain Marvel as well. I use Captain Marvel as my tank in order to take damage, because when she takes damage, when she's championed out and takes damage with the energy absorption, when she does that and able to generate 5 red and 3 black, that actually helps Cyclops as well. So that's why I said I use those 3 stars in tandem with each other in order to make it work. That's the way I use my particular 3-star my 3-star Cyclops. There's other ways to utilize it as well. The other way that you could do it, instead of maybe using Captain Marvel 3-star, you could possibly use Iron Fist. Iron Fist with his particular ability. Let me go down and find him real fast. Let me go down. Oh, that's too far down. Hold on. Oh, I think you're towards the top. There you go. With Iron Fist, what you could do, because of Iron Fist, when it's maxed out, it's able to generate 6 to possibly 8 black tiles for you, which could quickly accelerate how many black gems that are on the board for you, and work him with Cyclops as well, and maybe utilize a third character, maybe like a Captain Marvel or a She-Hulk, to kind of utilize it that way. That's another card that you could sign a substitute in. So there's ways to work with Cyclops. I think that Cyclops is a very underrated 3-star, to be honest with you. There's a bunch of good 3-stars there, but that's a very underrated 3-star. And I know this ain't going to really show it off into any degree, because these are really too low of a character. But when you're utilizing these at max ability or whatnot, it's really a great combination of cards. I just don't have they don't have a good story mode. I mean, my story mode is not really in position to really show that off right now. But that's the way that I would definitely utilize my Cyclops. Like here. Now you see this right here, 262, 268. I could possibly pair this same setup against those two and maybe it'd work. I could also maybe go against these two. I could maybe go real tanky and maybe go something like this. I could go maybe like these two in combination if I really wanted to make Captain Marvel play tank and have Cyclops go this way. I'll go with this. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. I'm not worried about wins and losses right now, but I kind of want to show it to you real fast, just to kind of give you an idea of how this could work for you. You could definitely utilize a couple of things. You could go with yellows in this instance. You could go with, go with yellows. You could go with black. You could go with red. Those are the 3 colors you're really kind of concerning yourself with. The ability kind of drop in yellows definitely help in this particular instance, and this is how you're going to see that kind of work itself out. So I have 6 yellows here, and I'm going to actually get some more yellows in play now, and the yellow's going to kind of piece up to where the team up tiles are. So you see kind of where these team up tiles are kind of falling into place here. What I'm going to do is use Mutant Revolutionary, excuse me, I always say it wrong, and work with it that way, so I could give myself a better chance to get some more reds in play. And I could also get some, I could really utilize a black or utilize the red. In this instance, I'm going to definitely go with the reds for sure. I'm trying to look to see what the right play is going to be. I believe this is going to be the right play. I know they're showing green, but I'm going to go red here. I could go red and maybe set up for Optic Blast, but I'm going to go black gems in this instance. Black Rigatu is fine. which is fine, and that's kind of what I wanted to do anyway in this particular instance. Now, because I'm not worried about Photonic Blast could do some damage too, but I kind of like Optic Blast in this instance, of maybe a slight bit better than Photonic Blast. What I'm more so looking for is currently to maybe go ahead and get these black gems more in position. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go at Optic Blast and hopefully I get these black gems in position. I didn't. Oh no, I did. So they actually fell into position for us. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and get these black gems in play here. Then I'm gonna hold on to the full blast just ever so yet. Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. I'm gonna actually go with it right now and kind of bang away on Rocket and Groot. See how it does like 8,000 damage. He's gonna need some yellow plays in order to kind of upgrade really fast. I'm gonna still re-bang away on the black gems. I could go that way. I could get the 4 here. Let's do this. Let's go with the red 4. We'll do that instead. I didn't want to bring too many yellows out on the board because the more yellows is out there, there's a few more chances for him to kind of get a crack at upgrading. He's gonna get the blammo, we got you, but I'm gonna take away as many yellows as I can. Not a problem, I mean, because it's gonna upgrade the reds again. So I'm gonna upgrade the reds again. I could do a couple of things here. I have Photonic Blast twice, in which I know Daredevil with the radar sense and Billy Club, that's going to be a little bit of a problem, not too much. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to actually Photonic Blast twice. And not for anything else, because it gets this Rocket and Groot out the way. So now that I got Rocket and Groot out the way, it's basically just a focus on how to kind of deal with Daredevil. But you see how that worked out, where when you have a maxed out Cyclops and a maxed out Captain Marvel, see how they kind of work in tandem with each other? That's kind of what you're looking for there in that instance. So look for a couple of cards that kind of pair up with each other, especially when you're doing an event like this where it's only 2 cards as opposed to 3. I think that's more of a premium. And for me, it kind of worked out really well that I got the Rocket and Groot out the way quickly, so he couldn't like regenerate his health. Because that's always the problem you run into with Rocket and Groot, is that it can regenerate his health pretty fast. I'm gonna go here. Looking for another. You know what I'm looking? Oh, that's a good play. Good play. Jeez, good play. What I'm looking for? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I know you're gonna ambush. I know you're gonna do that. I knew you were going to do that, and you're gonna get a 5. Ooh, good play. Now, what I'm gonna have to do here is I'm gonna have to go full blast and get him down to like a manageable number, which was not a problem. I know I gave up a free play in order to make that happen, but I had to get Daredevil down to a manageable number. Ambush is gonna take me out. Oh, he didn't. He didn't. It's gonna be a chase. Wow, it's gonna be a race to get it done. He got 4,000 here. I got about 5,000 there. Dog. Let's do this. Let's go with this. Let's throw the dice. We're gonna go with the red. So being able to change up the board some with the reds. Hopefully this helped with the Mutant Revolutionary. So it changes up the board some. So see how it changes up the board? So it actually puts us right back in position, even though we were well behind. This puts us right back in position, right where we want to be at this juncture. What I'm gonna do, I am going to play this red here. Hopefully he doesn't take me out, and he does not. He does not take me out, so I can actually Photonic Blast twice, and it should be able to cover the 3K that we need. Now that was pretty tough because we were definitely behind as far as like health is concerned. But as far as like the team build was concerned, we definitely weren't behind in that regard. I think the build was definitely right. I had to kind of play that pretty strong, but that's how you play with the 3-star Cyclops. Like I said, there's definitely a few options, so let me go over that real fast. This is more so for the rookies, but let me go over that real fast for you. The way that you kind of want to play that 3-star Cyclops is really simple. You want to probably go with where is he? Where are you, Cyclops? Where are you, Cyclops? You are down the road some, are you? Yep. Nope. Nope. You are right there. There you go. Sorry. So, the way you want to set it up, I like 3-5-5. When you have everything champion out 3-5-5, get the covers that you need first and foremost. If you're not getting the covers the way that the way that they are, just get them and utilize them. But definitely the most important thing is get as many of those black ones as you can. The full blast one is definitely super beneficial. Mutant recovery, revolutionary, excuse me. Once you get that one, that's super important too. I think that mutant revolutionary is just as important as full blast. Optic blast, not so much. It helps, but when you do its damage, even though it does 2k worth of damage, and if you flip it around, it could do up to about maybe 3,500, maybe up to 4k worth of damage. I don't think it's as beneficial because when it destroys a row, it doesn't give you AP or deal damage, so it doesn't benefit you any to just shake up the deck that way. You'd rather shake it up with Mutant Revolutionary versus Optic Blast personally. If you pair it up, I know that She-Hulk on her own is not a super strong character, but it's strong enough when you pair it up with somebody like Cyclops. That's a one character you can pair it up with. Captain Marvel. When you have all of the energy absorption cards intact, that's when you want to utilize it. Hypersonic Punch helps. Photonic Blast helps because Hypersonic Punch. If you're not generating the black gems, you could definitely stun with the Hypersonic Punch. You could definitely use Photonic Blast to get rid of projectiles, which is super important because if you're going against a deck that has projectiles, rocking with Cyclops and Captain Marvel, the 3-star version is definitely well worth it. Another one that you could kind of rock with is Iron Fist. That's another card that you could kind of rock with it as well. If you want to twist it up, the 3-star Magneto is definitely a good look because being able to utilize the blue off of Magneto could kind of help you if you need an additional color to work with as well. A few ideas, but I definitely want to throw that out to you in regards to working with your 3-star Cyclops. That's for my new school people, and for my vets who trying to think about ideas of how to mix and match a few cards, you can rock with that one too. But that's it for me, y'all. That's all I got for today. Just definitely want to give y'all a little bit of gameplay, of course. Definitely want to give y'all some definitely give y'all a little bit of gameplay. Definitely give y'all a little bit of some little bit of cover pulls. Make sure you upgrade for that. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's pull one. Why not? Should we? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. 4-star. 4-star. Whoa, 4-star Wolverine we'll take. Okay, that's cool. We'll take the 4-star Wolverine. That'll work. Because I just added 4-star Wolverine to the mix. So we'll definitely take that with recovery. Not bad. Surgical Strike. I passed on it the first time because I didn't have room, but I'll definitely incorporate it now. So X-Force is cool. Definitely like that. Destroys 5 tiles in a 3x3 pattern. Does not generate AP. Does damage though. Surgical Strike is pretty cool. Destroys every tile in the enemy team's strongest color. Dealing 56 damage per tile. Ooh, that's not bad either. Okay, I like it, Wolverine. You'll get some mid-grade run, that's for sure. So that's kind of where we are. So definitely a good pull there. So thank you for rocking with your boy like always. Y'all know who I am. I'm Mr. True Indeed, of course. You know who I represent. It's the Holy Circle Gaming. Like always, it's God above everything. Till the next time, family. We'll do it again soon. Salute.